Oh, we're live.
And we're live.
What's that I hear?
We're not positive enough.
Indeed it is coming home.
It's coming home.
Indeed it is.
Talk to me.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Everyone is buzzing.
Yeah, man.
Everyone is buzzing. I think we need to talk about the Sweden game.
Yeah, let's talk about the Sweden game, initially. So, briefly, basically, I thought England, for me, is probably our best performance of the competition.
Without a doubt.
2 goals in open play. They're from set pieces, but within the 90 minutes, didn't need to go to extra time, didn't make it difficult for ourselves in going to penalties, obviously. Good to see Pickford finally be tested, because I think it's important for the keeper to be tested.
What a performance,
and his performance was fantastic. Obviously, he kept us, very comfortable in that area.
Yeah.
I thought, for me, man of the match was Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
As I think it was for a lot of people, looked just great at the back, scored a goal for us. Just looked very, very composed. I think no one had a bad game. It was a very, very good performance. Efficient is what I would probably say of it. I think it could have been 3. I think the only chink in our armour for me is Sterling's inability to finish. Yeah. Sometimes when he probably should. But yeah, we're whichever way we look at it, we're in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and with a very realistic opportunity of being in the final. I don't know if you remember, although it wasn't the World Cup, it was the European. It was the Euros in '96. We got to the semis and we went out. And as I remember, it was a long time ago, but it was a hot summer. I'm pretty sure it was a pretty hot summer and everyone was buzzing. I remember this kind of mood. Yeah. Everyone was buzzing and everyone felt like England were going to do it. It was at a time of a lot of change in Britain, I think. But I think everyone feels that we can really do it and everyone's super happy. We've obviously got fantastic weather. Yeah. And it all just goes hand in hand. It all just feels like the right time.
It really does.
But obviously, look, it's our first semi-final in 25 years, I think it is, in a World Cup.
Yeah. I think the last time we got to the semis, was it not 1990?
Yeah, 1990, sorry. So it would be 28 years.
Yeah.
Crikey. Yeah. So, yes. So it's a massive achievement already. If we were to go out, look, like you said from the start, England weren't expected to do very well.
No.
It's a massive achievement. If we go out at the semi-finals, I think every England fan would obviously be gutted, but at the same time, we'd be sat there saying, wow, this is how far we've come. And we go to the Euros, with a realistic opportunity of winning it, because we've shown what we can do now. Yeah. But yeah, what's your take on it?
First of all, the team's been growing in confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think we put on a spectacular performance against Sweden. I don't think Sweden were really in the game. They had a couple of chances right towards the end, but I think we remained composed throughout the entire game. We dealt very well with pressure, and what surprised me the most was that we kept pressing forward. Yeah. And that wasn't a very English thing to do. Yeah. So right up until the whistle, these lads just kept attacking.
No, I think I like that aspect of what we were doing. We were really
definitely
trying to kill the game, and I think we were going for it. And it probably should have been 3, in my opinion.
No, you're right. But I think man of the match for me could have been Pickford. Yeah. I mean, he made some amazing saves.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
And he was tested, and I think that was good for us moving forward, right, into the semis. And what else? I think the set pieces are just getting better and better, man.
I think Southgate and the team have obviously drilled set pieces. Yeah. A lot of people might criticise that. I like it because every time we get a set piece, you can see teams looking scared, because there's a lot of players in our team who can score from headers. Yeah. And you get a lot of set pieces in games, so you get a lot of opportunities to score, and we're clearly taking those opportunities, and we know what we're doing. So I'm well impressed.
Is Harry Kane still one of the top scorers?
Yeah, I think he is.
Come on, man.
I
It's
think
promising.
he is the top scorer.
It's promising. It's promising.
The only two teams that scare me at this point would be France and Belgium. So they're the other semi-final.
I'll tell you what.
So
I'll tell you what. Let's talk about
test.
Let's talk about Croatia.
Yeah.
And how we feel about that game moving forward.
Very quickly, I'd not really, to tell you the truth without sounding cocky, I think it's a team that England should be beating, really. Overall, they've got...
That's my gut feeling.
They've got two players in there in particular that you sort of go, okay, they'd be probably two that England would want in their side, which is Modric
yes,
and Rakitic, which are both like top midfielders in Spain, playing in Spain. Outside of that, you could sit there and you go, well, everywhere else we're strong, and it's not like we're not. It's not like we're weak in midfield either.
No.
So it's not like they're just walking to the side.
In fact, I think we've got a lot of pace. Trippier has been again just relentless.
He's brilliant,
pushing forward. I think in the midfield section, I think there's a lot of pace.
Generally, we should, on paper, we're a better team and we should be beating them. But however which way you look at it, they've done just as well to get this far.
Exactly.
So it is one of those ways.
The only thing I would say about Croatia is that I don't know if it's going to be a psychological problem, but man, they've had a couple of really intense games.
Yeah, the Russia game. Yeah, no, you're right. It takes it out of the players.
Yeah,
and
extra time.
It's gone
penalties.
to the wire more than once.
Exactly.
I think England have had their moment and passed that test of being able to deal with that pressure with the penalty shootout against Colombia.
Look, I think we should have won that game, and I think this was a strategy by the Colombian management. They were just playing a really dirty game to disrupt the flow of things.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think England really struggled to pick up momentum because
there was no fluid. There was no fluid period.
It was horrible.
It wasn't a particularly fun game to watch.
Not really.
It was tense, edge of your seat stuff. The Colombia game, and you were dying for England not to make a mistake, and then hopefully we can just scrape out, and then right at the dying seconds they get of extra time. They get a goal, but we did our bit.
We did.
In the end, we did our bit.
We did. And I think it was another confidence booster, the fact that we showed the world we can handle the penalties.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
Massive. Massive.
England, and again, shout out to Pickford.
England hadn't won a penalty shootout in God knows how many years either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, shout out to
Did the game in 1990... It didn't go to penalties, did it?
Yeah, I think we went out on penalties.
Right? I thought so. So we don't really have a good history.
96 went out on penalties. Gareth Southgate's penalty.
We don't have a good history with penalties. But like I said, this year we've done really, really well. I'll tell you what. I'm going to call it. I think we'll see England and France in the finals, but I don't really fancy our chances against France. I actually want us to face Belgium in the final.
I think it'll be Belgium.
You think so?
Belgium are dangerous.
They are dangerous, but I'll tell you what.
I'd be scared. Like, Belgium...
I'll tell you what.
I'd be worried.
I know we lost to them, but we only lost 1-0.
Yeah, but you can't...
The lads have got the experience, and they know how to... Well, they know what they're getting themselves into when they play against Belgium.
I understand all of that. I think the thing with it is that Belgium-England game can't really be taken into account too much because... both of us basically put out second string sides.
No, you're right.
And I think in the end,
you're right.
It'll be a different monster. But I think either France or Belgium,
there'll be tough games.
There's no doubt on paper they're both of those 11 are better than ours.
I think
overall,
I think France will beat Belgium. I like Belgium. I think France will beat them. I think France know how to score goals.
I think Belgium will beat France.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think Belgium-England final.
Okay.
I think, as in, I'm not just saying that, I think England will genuinely beat Croatia. I really believe they will.
If they don't, it is going to be a big, big upset, which is strange because right at the beginning of the competition,
I think it would, but I think a lot of it, I think overall England fans would be happy. As much as they'd be disappointed, I think they'd sort of look on it reflectively and go, semi-finals is pretty impressive. Going out to Iceland.
You know what?
Euros,
what I like about those young lads is that when you watch them during the interviews. They're so humble, man.
Yeah, I think Southgate's got a good...
Yeah.
He's teaching them the right way.
Definitely.
He's leading by example.
He's actually, what he's done is commendable. He's done a fantastic job with that team.
I liked him from the start, and I always felt that because Gareth Southgate is known to maybe be a little bit, maybe he can come across as boring at times in his style of football.
A little bit 4-4-2 sort of thing.
Yeah. And there is an element of that.
Yeah.
He's come from that school. He's a defender. He's a centre back. He's played for sort of, the kinds of teams that are, you'd sort of go, they probably are, drilled on quite basic stuff and they do the sort of simple stuff well. But at the end of the day, one, we've done the simple stuff very well. We defend fantastically. Our set pieces are great, as you already touched on. We don't have a lot of holes in our armour.
No.
But two, actually we play, when we get into a flow of football, we play nice stuff. And that's, again, England haven't been good at keeping the ball. We're actually comfortable keeping the ball, like passing it around.
Yep.
And happy to have it in our half. Pickford coming out with it at his feet. Defenders bringing it out from the back. So I think the style of football we're playing, if there's a flow, is good as well.
You're right.
I still feel that we haven't seen England at its best.
No.
I don't think we've seen England at their best. And I think England at their best, we could probably see that. I think Croatia will be a more free-flowing game.
Yeah.
I think England, you'll probably see the best of England against Croatia.
It is going to be a cracking
game.
I
think it's pretty two evenly matched sides overall.
Yep.
Even though I think we're better than Croatia.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tough game. And I think it will just stay within the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I think, prediction.
Go on.
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it could be a open, quite an open back and forth.
I'm tempted to say, 2-1 to England. But I think it's going into extra time. I think it'll be 1-1. He'll go into extra time.
And then England 2-1.
Yeah.
If it goes to extra time, I always just think we're going to penalties.
Yeah.
I really don't want it to go down.
There's that as well. No, I don't want it to get to penalties.
You don't want to go down to penalties.
It just gets too emotional for me.
It starts to get hard to watch.
Oh, really difficult. Really difficult. I was, the Colombia game, man, honestly, was difficult for me to watch.
It would have been a very, very bitter pill to have gone out to Colombia. But again, things have aligned very well for England.
Yep.
We usually go out on penalties. We've been put out before by a team cheating against us. Portugal being a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Our main rivals have gone out, Germany and Argentina. Brazil are gone, which would you be like, thank God. Spain are gone. Portugal are gone.
Italy were never really in it.
They didn't come. But
last thing to say, actually, man, people have been putting out some funny videos. The Putin on the piano playing "It's Coming Home."
Unreal.
Amazing.
That's the best one.
The one you sent me was pretty good as well with Del Boy.
Yeah, the Del Boy one's coming home. Yeah.
Was the Beckham one's pretty. Have you seen the Beckham one?
Yeah, I think so.
He picks up his mobile during a press conference.
Yeah. The first time I saw one, I thought it was real.
Oh,
I think I saw a plausible one. I was like, "Is this a real thing?" Like, and then I realised this is like this meme thing. But the memes are fantastic,
amazing.
But I do think it's coming home potentially.